So let's see if you have any questions, anything that you want to discuss, explore, comment, share. Hello, Ambika.
Hi, Magdi.
Hello.
I would like to explore more about what you mentioned during our meditation. How can you help me see that I am everything, that the observer is the observed?
Is there any experience that you know of that is not your experience?
Mhm. Um, Most of it, right? So when I speak to people, when I interact with objects, when I'm in nature, I see it as it's nature, and there's nature, and there's me. There's another person, and there's me.
Yeah, but that's just a story.
Mm.
That's not your experience. That's your interpretation of your experience. Your interpretation is that there is the mountain and there is me.
Mm.
You can interpret your experience in many ways. That's just mind.
Mm.
But in your experience, is there any experience that you have that is not yours?
Mm. Which means everything that I experience through my senses is just my mind. Is that what you're saying?
There is nothing that you experience which is apart from you.
So whatever I see, hear, and all of that is what I'm interpreting, and that's not my real experience, is what you're saying. Is that right?
I didn't use the word real experience. There's only experience, and there is interpretations, many interpretations, many narratives.
So everything that the mind brings in is just interpretations, just narratives, everything that the senses do is just interpretations.
The senses they're just wired, programmed to for you to distinguish between the color green and the color blue, or the sound of the ocean and the sound of birds singing, or
You're saying it's limited to phenomena.
what is limited to phenomena?
The senses.
Oh yeah, the senses are phenomenal, of course.
Mm.
Senses are they have a certain range, a narrow range, and they relate to phenomena. You can only hear somebody or birds, 40 feet away, 50 feet away. You cannot hear them because even though they're singing, somebody 100 feet away can hear what you are hearing. Yeah, that's just the senses, yes, are limited. But that was not the question. The question was not about are the senses limited or not, or are the senses phenomenal? Yes, the senses are phenomenal. They relate to phenomena, perceptions, sensations, mentation, smell. The question was about, is there anything that is not me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was that the question?
That's correct. But when I was thinking about what do I experience, then I got to the point that whatever I experience is more my senses, or you're saying whatever I interpret is all through the senses, right?
Yes, you experience perceptions,
Mm.
sensations, bodily sensations,
Right,
and thoughts, mentations, right?
right,
That's what appears on the screen.
correct.
Now,
Okay.
is there anything that is not you? Is any aspect of your experience which is not you?
Mhm. If all of that is just the screen, then everything is me.
I don't know. It's for you to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm available.
That is me because it's just my interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, you can say, I am here and the mountain is over there. Of course, that's an interpretation. That's a mind. That's a commentary. That's a narrative.
Mhm.
Experientially, without the narrative, I am here and the mountain is over there.
Mhm.
You look at the mountain, experientially, without the interpretation, I'm here and the mountain is over there. Is the mountain separate from you? Are you separate from the mountain?
Mhm. Okay, I see that now. It's just created. It's my perception.
No, it's not your perception. You are starting with an assumption that I am a particular body-mind entity.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
No, yes.
you're starting with that assumption. If you are starting with that assumption, then of course the mountain is over there and this particular entity, which is me,
Right.
here, because you've defined from the onset, you've defined yourself in a
Be the body mind.
particular way.
Okay.
So your experience is going to validate your assumption.
Right.
Everything you are going to be perceiving is going to be perceived via your initial assumption. Now, the invitation is, what about if you suspend this assumption?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you are. You don't define yourself as Ambika, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a body mind, as professor, whatever. You don't define yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There is still awareness. I don't define myself, and there is awareness, of course, right?
Right.
You don't need to define yourself in order for awareness to be. Awareness is. So if you suspend your definition of yourself, if you suspend coloring or defining awareness,
Mm-hmm.
is the mountain separate from you? Is anything separate from you?
Right. I see it. Thanks for that. I did get it last time when we were on this session, and it's just that I keep going back.
You can do it's okay. That's what we're here for.
Mm.
You
And
know?
it's a very good point that I start with the wrong assumption. And then that's why.
Start with not knowing,
Mhm.
which is more true. Why define yourself? Why start with a certain condition definition that we've been carrying around for 50,000 years?
Right. That's the thing. I don't even see that I'm starting there.
Right.
Exactly. So that helps a lot. Thanks.
Why we meet, to remind each other.
Thank you so much.